Welcome to the WHHI News. I'm Allie McNair. Here's a look at your headlines. Well, Friday's a big day for leaders and citizens in Beaufort, as they'll get to meet and eventually pick a new police chief from among the two finalists to replace longtime Chief Dale McDormand. Interim Chief Stephanie Price and the current Chief of Police in Sunset Beach, North Carolina, Ken Clommer, will answer questions from a citizens panel in the morning that will be live streamed on the city's Facebook page. And later that afternoon, a special meeting of the City Council will be live streamed. At the end of the day, the two candidates will attend a meet and greet with the public from 6:30 to 8 in the evening at City Hall. Price joined the Beaufort PD last year after 2 years as Bluffton's police chief. She'd served in Savannah and Kansas City before that. Clommer has been in law enforcement for 30 years and the last 7 as a chief in smaller Sunset Beach, before that in Ohio. The new chief will oversee a department of about 60 people. Well, home sales in the Low Country had leveled out earlier this spring, but bounced up sharply in April compared to a year ago, especially in Beaufort, which led the entire state with a 27% increase in April sales when compared to April of 2023. The Hilton Head area saw a 14% increase in sales this April over April of last year. Well, you've likely heard that President Biden and former President Trump have agreed to 2 debates before Election Day. That desire to be face-to-face is not being shared by Low Country Congresswoman Nancy Mace, who has rejected any televised debates with primary opponent Catherine Templeton before the June 11th primary. A third candidate, Bill Young, had also accepted invitations to appear on a debate to be televised in Charleston and Savannah. Mace's camp says she'll continue to do what she does best, keeping her schedule, and they also add that her views are well known, having been through 5 campaigns in the last 4 years. City of Beaufort has joined a dozen other cities in the state, including a couple of its neighbors, in approving a hate crimes ordinance to have something on the books in one of the only 2 states that does not have a statewide hate crimes law. The Beaufort ordinance bars what's being called hate intimidation, defined as the intent to intimidate someone because of their race, creed, color, religion, ancestry, gender, sexual orientation, gender identity, physical or mental disability, or national origin. The crime's a misdemeanor, and violators could face fines and restitution being paid to the victim. While Memorial Day is a day in May when we honor America's military men and women who have lost their lives in service to their country, there's another day this month where our country recognizes our active service men and women. It's Armed Forces Day, which falls on the 3rd Saturday of May, and that is this Saturday. Armed Forces Day originated in 1949 when all armed forces were unified under one department, the Department of Defense. Well, Lance Corporal Sully of the Beaufort County Sheriff's Office has gotten a lot of attention on social media this week. That's because he responded to a call about a fawn in the middle of the road late Saturday night in Burton. Sully picked up the baby deer in order to make sure it wouldn't be struck by a vehicle. That deer, or baby deer, is now being rehabilitated and will be released. Now, I learned about this story while watching the Beaufort County Sheriff's Office's Low Country Lowdown with Lindsay Hausman. She'll join me in just a few minutes to talk about that program. If you want more information on these stories and more, visit the news sources on your screen, and be sure to check us out on Facebook, X, and Instagram. Love to hear from you. If you have a story idea, simply email us at news@WHHI-TV.com. And here he is with sports, Justin Jarrett.
Hey, it's time for Last Night in the Lowco on WHHI, powered by LowcoSports.com. The cage was rocking at Hilton Head Christian Academy last night as the Eagles routed Pee Dee Academy 12-4 to claim the SCISA 3A baseball title, ending a 14-year championship drought. HHCA jumped out to a 2-0 lead in the first inning, but the defending champs clawed back and took a 4-3 lead in the third, chasing starter Zane Wilson. Senior Walker Mikkelson kept the Eagles in it with 3 innings of scoreless relief, and HHCA's offense erupted for 6 runs in the 5th, and sent a crowd of supporters from around the Lowco into a frenzy. The Eagles put up 3 more runs in the 6th before Hayden Brooks slammed the door in the 7th, and the customary dogpile ensued. Here's the call from Team Lowco's Max Arraj on Beaufort's own.
Brooks fires, pop fly, he's got it, and he makes the out! Ball game! Series! For the first time in 14 years, Hilton Head Christian Academy can call themselves state champions. In J.W. Wilkerson's final game, what could be more fitting? What could be more special?
Roman Colello led the charge for HHCA, going 3 for 4 with 2 doubles to finish the postseason 14 for 27 for a .519 average with 7 extra base hits. Dude. We watched the highlights, heard post-game interviews, and put the championship season into perspective, and recap Colleton Prep's tough loss in the SCISA 2A softball finals with Jimmy Searson on last night's Lowco Sports Lowdown. Check it out on the Lowco Media Network on YouTube. For Lowco Sports and WHHI, I'm Justin Jarrett. Until next time, go Lowco.
Thank you, Justin. Coming up next, we'll get to meet Lindsay Hausman of the Low Country Lowdown. Stay right there.